What's up, guys? JD at JD's Custom Buggies. Well, I finally got the shop cleared. Kinda. Tools ain't on the ground, so that means I kinda cleaned, swept the floor. And but we have no other buggies in here, and it's been pretty packed this week. So, pretty much caught up. So it gives me a chance to get back on the old Earth Dog here. Now I just took it outside and actually gave it a bath because it was just covered in all kinds of, besides dirt, it just kind of caked and molded on there from just sitting outside. So I decided just to blast the stuff off and give it a quick bath and bring it back inside and really start to get to looking at this. Now I had some issues last season with the frame starting to crack, especially the bars behind the seats. And we a bunch of times actually just kind of fixed them at the track, because we noticed them there. They started cracking there. One down tube where the rear shock mount is, I actually have two pieces of thick flat bar welded there, just to keep it straight because it started bending. So looking at this now, I just discovered another crack, and actually a couple more cracks, and now I'm at the crossroads of how much commitment did I really want to put in this. I just kind of wanted to get it running again, get it race ready, and move on to the race buggy that I was planning on building. That should be sitting here now instead of the Earth, but that never came about. So just trying to decide how much time I really want to invest in this thing. And my problem is I go gung-ho, so I'm going to fix a couple bars. The next thing you know, it's going to have a complete roll cage on it, and I really didn't want to do that. It doesn't make sense to do that when I could be working on the other buggy. So let me show you what I got, and this is what I kind of plan on doing, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm probably going to start cutting on this thing tomorrow, but let's take a look. So here's my first issue right here. Is this has already been, you can tell this has been done with a flux core to track, and it was cracking here, but it's just basically cracking all the way around here. So that's issue number one. Also, looks like I got another crack down here in this bottom tube. So I mean, this thing's literally ready to split right in half. Let me get under here. Move the swing arm out of the way. Alright. So there's the back end of that whole crack section with the booger weld. We also had a crack here that I fixed here. And actually ran another bead across my seat brace right there. And then you can see the two pieces of 1/4-inch flat stock that it's holding this bar straight, because that started tweaking. This whole thing is concaved, so it's not even straight anymore. What else do I see? I see a slight tweak in the two round tubes, but I'm not so concerned with that. So what I think I'm going to try and do is this. There's more work than I really want to get involved with this. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to cut it at this tube and at that other round tube. And I'm going to run a new bar straight across here. Of course, I'll have to cut the center brace out. And then, and the square tubes for the shock mounts. And then at that point, either I'm going to, this is all welded all the way around on this. I'll show you on this one, because so this is welded all the way around on this rectangular tube here with my swing arm mounts. I really don't want to jack with those too much. So what I'm thinking about doing is just slicing it here straight across on both of them, and then get some thicker gauge, some square tubing with a thicker wall, and just replace them as a whole and bring them up to the new piece that I put up here. As far as the crack down there, I'm going to patch that, and that way it'll straighten everything out. Of course, I'm going to try and cut my seat brace off here and keep it and just re-weld it back on. I'll clean it up and re-weld it back on. That's welded. Actually, if I cut it here, it actually ties this piece and this piece together. And then what I'll yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud here. So I think that's where I'm gonna get. Right there. I'm gonna have to take some measurements and see how straight this is, or and then I have to take into consideration, once I start cutting these bars loose, this whole frame could tweak in a big way. I mean, so I might be getting into all kind. I mean, it's nothing I can't fix. It's just that the time frame that I want to get it done in. So I'm hoping it's just not a pile, a can of worms. So that's where I'm at with that. Once I get that straightened out, we'll slap some red paint on it and hopefully call it a day from there. And then we'll get our swing arm on. I'd like to get our wiring in there, and I'm still waiting on a few parts to finish the motor. I'll fire the motor up on a stand before I even waste my time putting it in the buggy. The old motor's here, in which case I am going to take the top end off that. I want to see how the wear is and see how much, do I just need to, if it wears good, maybe give it a quick hone and some new rings, or is this going to be a complete top end with jug and all? We'll just find out. So currently that's where we're at with the old dog. So seeing as how the shop is kind of clear, now's the time. So I'll have to jack the seat out of there, belts. I'm basically just going to strip it down at this point. Probably all the silver roll bar bars can come off, just to get everything out of my way. And tomorrow we be cutting. So anyhow, so I want to thank you guys again for joining me. This is just me thinking out loud. I decided to turn the camera on and basically let you in on it. But plan is to try and get this thing rolling as quick as possible, get it out of my way, and I want to start the next project and get it in here, which is going to be the old dog's replacement. So, and that's kind of where I want to be as far as hopefully entertaining myself for a little bit. It just seems like this is starting to, lately it's been a lot of work, and I'd like to enjoy this for a little bit. So that being said, if you liked the video, give it a like, hang in there, and we'll see what happens next with this thing. We're going to be giving away that CVT set pretty soon. So if you're just kind of browsing here and stumbled on, go ahead and subscribe. If you're a buggy guy, we're going to be giving away a nice CVT setup for you real soon. So you kind of pay to subscribe. We're also going to give away some t-shirts at the same time. So thanks again, guys, and have a good night, and JD out.